Are you going to take it away?
Yeah, sure. Welcome back to the championship episode of the Bloomfields Greatest Podcast. Here with our two managers that have made it to the title game. So let's just jump right into this bad boy.
I'll throw this up here.
I'm sure I'll get
roasted. We can go over last week's performances real quick.
I guess I should mention that since Gove's not here to rep his jersey, I kept the tradition alive with the old school Bob Sanders jersey. So
yeah, so last week Isaac took down the Mud Dogs to everyone's surprise. Isaac, you want to elaborate?
Yeah, no, I sent that text, a couple weeks ago saying to, not count out my team and to believe in them. And obviously I was the one who believed, and I knew my team would show out. And let's not forget that George Pickens had 35 points on my bench, and I still won. So, I've been 2-5 since being 7-0, so we had to go through some adversity. So I think we're through that now, and we got another tough matchup next week. But if my guys can produce again, I feel okay. And Hunter, I just think your takes are wrong every single week, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. No. I want to thank you for picking Hanson because that actually helped me win. So actually, I'm not mad at all. Never mind.
I say Hanson's probably more mad than you are because I'm sure he was just like throwing a tantrum, shaking his head the entire time that I was on my little rant, just watching, knowing that I was just making out with him with my kiss of death.
Tongue was down the throat with that one.
Oh yeah.
I think your rant gave him more power, gave Isaac more power. Just like it just kept going. Like it's one of his best.
It definitely added fuel to the fire.
I think it was good. It was good for about like 25 points, probably my rant. At least 25 points. So
Isaac, how much did the George Pickens play hurt? Because you started him consistently every single week, and you benched him.
So Eli and I are watching the game, and all of a sudden Pickens just rips off an 80-yard touchdown catch. I'm just like, are you kidding me? And we just keep watching. No scores on their touchdown. I'm like if I lose, it just better be by more than 35.5 points. And thankfully, it didn't come to that, and I was able to be taken off suicide watch. So, but I think it's a good sign for next week. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out next week and gives me a nice little 6.2 bomb or something like that. So we'll see.
Maybe. I do want to give you props on switching out the Cowboys D and then giving you 17 more points there for the Patriots. That was nice.
Yeah, I'll do something similar this week just because the Cowboys play the Lions, and once again, both of those teams are kind of fake, but again, it's still liable for both those teams to score in the 30s each. So we'll see.
I like it. The Mud Dogs didn't put up much of a fight, honestly.
Yeah, seeing Purdy throw 3 picks in the first half really made my night.
Yeah, that was.
Did he leave injured or something, or just finish with literally 2 points?
Yeah, I think he left in the fourth quarter because he got sacked a couple times. I think Shanahan just kind of waved the white flag and subbed out the most overrated quarterback in the league.
He missed like 2 drives. There was nothing. He had like negative points at halftime. It was ridiculous.
Sam Darnold came into the same thing Brock Purdy was doing, but better.
I also saw a stat where Christian McCaffrey, like 59% of fantasy owners that have McCaffrey are in the finals.
I saw that.
So
no big deal.
Yeah. You're defying the odds again, Isaac.
Han Solo, never tell me the odds.
Yeah, so do we have anything else to say about this or go on to Eli's matchup?
I'm good.
Right. So yeah, I'm good. Just really disappointing that I stuck my neck out for Hanson, and just disappointed. But this was something.
Yeah, this one I don't even know where to start. It really ended before it began on Thursday night. Whenever he dropped 50 on me, I was like, if I come back from this, it'll be a miracle. And my team proceeded to have, I don't know if this is their worst week of the season or their second worst, but definitely one of the two worst. Just terrible up and down. Michael Pittman got pulled at the last minute. I was like, there's no hope for me. Terrible all the way around.
Yeah, I didn't look at the final box score or matchup, whatever. I didn't realize that it was this bad. I mean, I knew that you didn't really have a shot, but I didn't look at it once it was completely 100% final. And yeah, this is bad. I mean, you had 2 guys over 20, but your next highest was what, 9.9? Yeah, I mean that's
Downs. Yeah, and Downs has sucked lately. Yeah, the whole team. I stopped even watching after about the 4:00 games. It's like, this is wrap. I mean, because Deontay Johnson, he had a terrible week because Pickens had all those points, and we got a Teddy entrance.
Yeah, he's bugging me.
Is he a lot bigger now than last time I saw him?
He looks big.
Yeah, he's hard to pick up with one arm now.
How heavy is he?
I mean, he's got to be upper 30s now, probably. But
goodness,
yeah, he's a hoss.
All right, Eli, what's your comments on this matchup?
Yeah, kind of what Parker said. I mean, I was at Olivia's family for Christmas and singing some karaoke, and then went to check my phone and see that it was 4th and goal for the Rams, and Puka, I don't even know if he had a catch yet. And all of a sudden they drill on it on 4th and goal for the touchdown. I was like, oh yeah, let's freaking go. And then 1 second. Needs to go pee. Go out there, dude. And then Olave's going off. I'm just like, man, this is awesome. This is what I've been waiting for all season, is for both of them to go off at the same freaking time.
It's a good week to do it.
Yeah, and then once they did that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling good about the matchup here. I feel like Parker's team would really have to go off to keep up with this head start I got. My running backs did great. Rashad White has just turned into an absolute beast.
Yes.
2 games in a row. James Conner's done well for me. David Montgomery, obviously the Jahmyr Gibbs thing is kind of siphoned off his production some.
Still, yeah.
And so that's concerning. That's why I demoted him to flex, maybe play some mind games with him, motivate him a little bit to produce more if he wants back in the running back slots. Travis Kelce's concerning. I mean, the Chiefs just have nobody else to throw to, so he's just in triple coverage all the time. So yeah, that's can you hear her yelling at Teddy back there?
Not really.
Okay. Just your voice can't make anything out.
Gotcha. And then I was hoping the Packers defense would show up. They're playing the Panthers, and they gave up 30 freaking points.
0.
Yeah, but luckily Jake the Make Elliott was 17 points. I mean, that was huge.
You've got a little bit of a flex conundrum here with Thielen and Montgomery and Addison.
Yeah, luckily Addison got hurt, so that's going to make the decision easier this week. Thielen. I don't like having to make those choices. I would rather one of them be injured, so I just know what to do.
Yeah,
and I don't.
I agree with you. Yeah, I hate making the choices.
Yeah, during the bye week, I think I had Addison on the bench, and he dropped 30 or something. Or maybe that was the last game of the season. I can't remember. And then Jaden Reed, he's kind of come on strong this last part of the year when Jones is out, Watson out, and he's been getting a bunch of points. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 20, 17, 2 19s or like that. So he was kind of dancing with okay, do I start Reed a little bit in this flex spot? I don't know. But I don't know. I'm just happy to be here. I mean, I'm happy with 150. Luckily, Parker didn't show up. I was really worried after his performance last week. I was like, oh man, this is going to really come down to it. And luckily, as I'm watching George Pickens go off, my mind is like, hey, this means Deontay Johnson is not getting anything right now.
Yeah.
So that made me happy.
Not only had you dropped 50, 56 or whatever, I had scored 3. So I was like, oh, this is terrible. Yeah, everyone just had their worst weeks. But we'll head on to the championship matchup here. I'm always real fast at maneuvering this.
It's crazy that Eli, your team's playing so well with Travis Kelce like sucking. Like he's
not. That's crazy. Yeah. He's not even carrying you at all. Man,
it's just. I mean, it's getting Puka. Puka was huge, and then acquiring Rashad White. Those two things I think is what got me to this point.
Yeah, good manager moves.
Yeah, the Rashad White trade was huge.
Yeah, I mean, it got a lot of hate too when I first did it, and when I made the trade, I was kind of hesitant because Hollywood had been doing pretty good, but then when I looked at the numbers more, I'm like, you know what? He's just kind of inflated because he's getting touchdowns. And then Rashad White wasn't getting touchdowns, but he was getting so many touches and targets. I'm like, sooner or later, he's going to start scoring. And I was like, whatever. I need a running back. But it played out. So I'm sure Skinner's mad. But
I'm sure he's loving it.
I'm sure it would have made up the 0.8 difference.
Probably. I mean, it's just one catch away.
That's the craziest thing. This couldn't get any closer, though. 136 to 134.9.
Yeah.
And then the previous matchup, you won by 1 point.
Yeah, that was a grind out. I remember that one. That was some old-fashioned stall ball. Grinded out in the half court.
Like a 12-11 game.
Yeah, exactly.
Heath would love that kind of matchup.
I made the move for the Chargers defense since Denver's basically waving the white flag for the rest of the season, benching Russell Wilson. So maybe that'll do better than the Green Bay egg that they laid me last week. Hopefully Travis Kelce does better since he hates the Bengals.
Going with Thielen. Thielen played okay for you lately? I think he's been kind of bouncing back now.
I bench him and he goes for 15, which I would gladly take in a flex spot.
Yes.
So
yeah,
I'm hoping for at least 10 points out of him.
Rolling the dice with them.
Yeah. Dave Montgomery against – I don't like any of my running back matchups. James Conner against Philly defense. Montgomery against Dallas defense. I mean, Rashad White against New Orleans, it's kind of like, it's not good but not great.
Puka is going to have to carry again, I think.
Yeah, I think he could really torch the Giants.
Yeah, you could use another 30 bomb from him.
I don't like A.J. Brown against Arizona. That's scary.
Yeah, we'll look at Isaac's team over here. Lamar Jackson, yeah, he should have he's playing Miami. That could be a high-scoring matchup. Although their defense, I have the defense, and they've been, their defense has been getting it done.
That Tyreek Hill against Baltimore matchup does not look fun. But what do I know?
Tyreek Hill sees a torch anybody, though.
So fast.
I hope he's due for a big game because I know he got hurt and he hasn't had a big 25-30 bomb, I feel like, for a few weeks. I'm hoping he's due. Then I worry if Harris, Swift, and Pitts can get touchdowns again this week. I think that's what made last week because all three of those guys scored and my team is kind of cooked if those three guys don't get touchdowns or touches.
Mm-hmm. So is there anyone you're thinking about starting other than Curtis Samuel? Because he didn't have a good week last week.
I debated Tyler Boyd. He did okay, but I don't know. Is Jamar playing this week?
I don't think so.
Actually, I might because Curtis was bad last week, but he was really good the week before. So it's just going to be a roll the dice and see what happens. Mm-hmm. And I put the Raiders defense in, but which – I have to think, do I want the Colts to go to the playoffs or do I want to win my fantasy league? So that's where I'm at. So
he practiced today for the first time as a limited participant.
Yeah.
Who did?
Chase.
So
what about Dante Foreman?
Yeah, he's ever since his 33 bomb, he kind of said, "I'll see you next year."
He had one last hurrah in him for our game, the 17 points. He pulled that out of his butt and beat me.
Yeah.
So are you both locked into this starting lineup? Are we going to see any last minute changes, or is this pretty much what it's going to be?
I think I could throw in Boyd for Samuel, but I'm going to ride with Samuel. I think by work because he's against San Francisco.
But, good defense.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I've thought about putting Kirk Cousins in for Jake Browning maybe, but
Jake Browning's been serviceable for you.
He was all right. I mean, he was better than Brock Purdy.
Didn't take much though.
Yeah, this is crazy. We want to make our picks.
Well, I want to ask first. Is this the championship matchup you guys thought at the beginning of the season that you would be seeing?
Absolutely not. I don't remember what ESPN had us. Off the bat, when Eli took Kirk Cousins at third round or fourth, whatever it was, super high, I was like, oh my gosh, this team's gonna suck now. Goes out there, makes the championship game.
Unbelievable.
Kirk Cousins having his best year ever too. Yeah,
and when you added us into the league 3 years ago, did you think we would be making this much noise already?
Especially after each of your first seasons, how poorly it went.
For me, my first year, win one game, and how about a quick rebuild, back-to-back championship game seasons? I mean, I think that just says how good of a manager that I am.
Were you in the championship last year too?
Yeah, I lost to Hunter.
This is what you're playing for right here, fellas.
Hey, back-to-back championship runs. And then Eli, this is your third year?
This is my third. Last year I made the playoffs, but I got smoked first round by Gove or something like that. My first year, I think I went 5-9 or 6-8. It wasn't a complete it wasn't one game but I think I've got a winning record overall now after 3 years. So I'll take it.
I guess that means we should just be more scared of Peter next year that he's going to
Peter's
going to crack me up.
Bro,
it wasn't Thanksgiving. It was Christmas. He's like, man, if I could win this consolation bracket, it'd be huge.
How is the consolation bracket going? Is he still in it? What's the championship? Can we look at that?
Let's play Sendejo.
Yeah, he's won all this consolation.
No way.
His team's been playing really well the past few weeks because Breece Hall has done really well.
Yeah.
All right, so there's the winners. Let's go down to consolation. There's not even a winner of the consolation bracket.
Yeah, beat Alex, beat Skinner. Now he's got Jum.
I can't even find out. Oh, he's just a kid out here.
I love seeing Gove down there battling for last place. It just makes me feel good.
With Zach, who dropped his entire team.
Yeah, he pretty much had the team.
Gosh, that was so funny. When I saw he changed his team name to 0.8, I was like, oh, he's going to do some crazy stuff here.
Yeah, he went all villain on us and jumped everybody.
Ridiculous. I tried to look up how to lock his team because on Sleeper you can lock his team from making moves, but you can't on ESPN or else I was gonna lock his team down. I wasn't having it.
So hopefully Peter wins this consolation ladder. That'll give him some good momentum in the next year.
It'd be huge. Yeah. I think
honestly, if he didn't, some of the blunders he's made with the waiver wire.
That's what I'm saying. Now that he knows how the waiver wire works, maybe we'll see a better season out of him.
That dropping Watson's tight end on the bye.
Trey McBride.
That was the funniest thing I've seen in some time.
I mean, he's not even just a starting tight end. He could be a flex player. I mean,
no, he definitely was.
He dropped him because he was on bye week.
And we went through his team, and it was you could have dropped almost anyone but him. That was
what a crazy year, though.
It's been nuts.
I mean, it's only my third year, but I don't know. What do you guys think all time? How this season has been compared to all the times you guys have played? Has this been pretty fun?
Number one for me.
I think so, just because of all the extra stuff. I mean, starting with the combine was super fun, and then yeah. So
the combine, the podcast, and the meme, Eli's meme videos.
I just got burnt out on those.
And the FFI and Isaac's
extra
defying the odds all season.
Hey, it's all we do.
There's just no juggernauts this year. I feel like you could literally lose every matchup.
heck, Peter's team could win the championship if he was in it right now. Like anyone could, anyone could beat anybody. There's not usually years like this. Usually there's like we call them a taco, like an easy win. If you guys have watched The League, it's a fantasy football show. We used to watch it in high school, and like there's one guy that was always bad. He was Taco, was his name. Didn't set his lineups and stuff. So we always have one of those. But this year we didn't. We thought Peter had like a really big losing streak, but now he's back. I
mean, he had some Taco moments with how he operated the waiver wire, but like his team still won sometimes.
It's just his first year, so he's gonna get better.
He expected.
Yeah,
I feel like every time we dogged on a team this year, they would turn around and win. Like Chestnut went 3-0 against me, and everyone was hating on him.
That was the one thing I got right was Chestnut.
And then you guys are ripping him Peter's team, and then he knocks Gove out after his Trey McBride drop. Ripping Isaac's team, and then he beats Hanson. Yeah,
he beats me whenever he had nobody on. He had everybody on the bye.
I had no Brown and no Hill, and I won.
And then we picked. We did our predictions of the playoffs, and none of us had Eli or Isaac in the championships. I don't think. I might have actually.
I think I had me and Parker, so I'm sorry.
I had Eli and Hanson, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, I texted Parker before a matchup. I figured Hanson was going to win as bad as Isaac's team had been doing. So I told Parker, I was like, I wish you luck if you beat me against Hanson, because I just assumed he was going to win, but I was wrong.
Yeah, nobody thought Isaac was going to win this, and he freaking came out here and won by 30.
Crazy.
Now it's like anyone's game. The number one seed is back, but the buys helped. Your guys' teams are rested heading into the championship.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to pick a winner, Hunter, or if you want to jinx anybody right now.
I have decided that I am not going to make a pick for this, just for the integrity of this matchup. I'm not going to make a prediction, just to make sure that everything's clean and fair across the board. So I'm going to abstain myself from picking this week. I think that's the only
admirable.
That's a good commissioner would do.
So I'm just gonna keep my hands clean this week.
I like that. No one will make picks. We'll just let it play out. All right. Do we have any closing statements or anything anyone wants to say before we wrap it up?
This one's for Kirk. So I'm gonna say.
Isaac, anything for your team?
This one's for all the people who've been cucked before. So it's for you guys. No, it's for you guys.
All the haters, all the cucked. All right. Well, tune in to see who the winner of this season 11 of Bloomfields Greatest League is.
A new champion, guaranteed.
Yeah,
brand new champ.
This will be their first win for either of them. All right. Well, we'll see you all next year. Peace.